what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know, oil or something slippery, you know what I mean? You know, to make them crash.
So how big have you got any keys? How big would they be?
The go-karts would be about the size of, you take the pram wheels, the 4 pram wheels off, sometimes the axle as well. And you have a block about that one. And you have string on either side of the front, and the front bit's on a hinge, so that you can turn it.
And would you play with your siblings or your friends?
All our mates and that, we all used to do it. We used to have we used to kind of play gangs against gangs, but not in a nasty way, in a kind of, do you know what I mean? You know, kind of when.
And you'd race them.
And we'd race each other, and we'd try and push each other off each other's go-karts and make each other crash. But we had this big zigzag path that went all the way down the estate. It goes for about a good 500 yards, you know what I mean? And it's literally almost vertical. But it was good fun.
Lots of busyness going on the paper.
Did you get hurt?
Yeah, occasionally, and we used
to care.
And we used to also build quite a lot of dens as well, in the woods and stuff, and do a lot of camping. Like we dig a big hole in the ground, and then surround that with bricks, and then you'd have like a solid framework roof, and then gradually make the branches thinner and thinner and thinner, and then throw a bit of tarp over the top, and then cover the whole thing in moss, and then even fill in the gaps in between the stones with moss, so that it was insulated as well. It was really good then. And to think that all of that, was kind of probably in preparation for where I am now again also, you know what I mean? But,
It's interesting though, because the reason I was really interested to say yes, go-karts, let's record you, is when I think about construction toys, I think about anything that you make.
I think
so
one of the fastest go-karts we used to get down the hill was, those like big plastic tractors. The big plastic tractor ones and things like that, And those were the best ones, I think. We used to get down there the fastest, and we used to be able to skid them. Right at the bottom of the estate, there was also like where the path ended, there was actually like a railing that just stop you going off onto the main road, like at the bottom of the estate, right? So we used to just keep going, all the way to the bottom until you hit the railings at the bottom. That was it.
That's what I used to do on my roller skates. That's how I used to stop on roller skates. You went into the railings. So did they have brakes, your go-kart?
Very rare they had brakes. Like you use your feet or something like that. Sometimes you have like a mechanism. You know what I mean? Another one is peg guns as well. Things like that.
Peg guns?
Peg guns. Where you have like a piece of wood, bang a nail into the front, and another one at the back, and then the little centerpiece off a peg. You put that on a piece of elastic, stretch the elastic from the front, and you put it on the pin at the back, and then you have like the pin at the back would be like almost rocking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the minute you go like that, it's like pulling the trigger and the whole thing. Bows and arrows and things as well we used to build.
Yeah, well we made really hard. I live next to a really very steep field, so in the winter when it snowed we used to make some judges. Have you tried
Oh yeah, lots of sledging and stuff like that,
Did you have it?
I was interviewing someone a couple of years ago from Thailand who grew up in Whitehall during the Second World War, and they used to drive their go-karts down the middle of Alston Avenue, which is the big one that goes down to Astor. But it was during the 40s, so there was a lot less traffic apparently. So it was straight down the middle.
Well, we used to play football literally on a roundabout. You know what I mean? Behind my house. And again, there was so little traffic there that you'd be able to do that, and then every now and again you'd have to stop to let the cars or the buses go past, like, you know what I mean, or go around the roundabout. But we'd actually use the bus stop as the goal. You know? In the end, the metal and glass one that they had ended up replacing it with a concrete stone one, so that because it just kept getting damaged by people playing football against it.
Yeah.
And swings as well, making big swings off trees and things like that.
I sometimes hear people saying, "Oh, kids don't do it anymore." And I live near a field with a railway bridge that goes over it. And if you go down into the field, there's a stream in the field, and someone's climbed up and suspended a rope from the underneath of the railway bridge. And there's a motorboat that goes over.
You know the model zone?
So they do still do it.
Has that gone? Like, is it not in existence?
What did you say?
I don't know if it doesn't exist at all, but the one in Brighton.
It's a shame because I used to spend so much money there. And my next thing was to get the Flying Scotsman train.
Yeah.
And then the boats, but they closed down.
Yeah,
And I bought my son so many cars and all sorts of toys and stuff. It's funny though, isn't it?
Yeah,
But it's a really good shop one.
one of the ones I see kids doing these days in town centre, I noticed it. I noticed it the other week. You see like kids like as they're coming home from school and that, right? They'll be like they'll be following the flow of public traffic up the high street, you know, right? But they'd be kind of like chasing each other and ducking and diving each other as they go along as well. Like so you see them running along and then ducking into a doorway and spotting their mate across the road and behind a bin or something. You know what I mean? You know, and it's like they're playing some kind of game of tag or something, but city.
That's like a city way of playing, isn't it?
Their environment, like you had a hill with very good parks and things like that. They're used to living in traffic, so they play with traffic. They know the traffic's never going to actually be dangerous, so it's running around in that cars. Whereas we had trees where I lived, like you did, you know. You just go up into the forest for a few hours and your mum didn't care. Traffic.
I think it is important for kids to have some experience of nature and that as well, natural environment as well. You know, I think it's invaluable. Like, you know, the difference that you see between like almost like, you know, most city kids and kids that have had, you know, some natural influence in their lives, like, you know what I mean? You know, you see that there's quite a dramatic difference between them, like, you know. Another thing I think is, you know how they talk about like youngsters these days, they're all like thugs and, do you know what I mean, this whatever, do you know what I mean, you know, the way that the media bigs all this up, you know. I think the reason for a lot of this, right, is because like one of the first things that you learn to do as an animal, do you know what I mean, you know, other than eating and walking, you know, the next step, you know, would be to learn how to defend yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah? And to challenge your physical capabilities in that context, like, you know. And I think a lot of kids these days growing up, you know, without a father figure and stuff like that, like, you know what I mean? You know, they don't really get that. You know, they need something to challenge, like, you know what I mean? You know, which is why they go out looking for trouble quite a lot, like, you know what I mean? You know, we used to do it as much when we were kids, like, you know. But it really, it was more, I suppose it's more than anything to do with, like I say, just needing to know and learning about boundaries and about
and your capabilities. And I wonder if there's a bit of a rural-urban divide there as well, in that the rural kids can still go out and challenge themselves physically with let's climb up this tree, or let's climb up this tree, or let's see if I can spend the night in the woods.
Whereas city kids can't. There's not really much there for them to do. You know, so I think that's one of the reasons that you see a lot of kids going out, you know, and causing trouble, because really all they're doing is they're testing, you know what I mean, boundaries. They're testing what is acceptable and what isn't, what they can get away with, what they can't, you know what I mean, you know, and things like that. You know? And you know, I suppose looking back on it, we were doing the same when we were kids, but it's actually a natural process. I think it would actually be a good idea to set up some kind of like group, you know, which actually makes like entertainment a game, but at the same time, you know how like what do you call it? Paintballing, for instance. You know what I mean? You know, it can be beneficial for building teamwork and that sort of stuff. Like, you know, but imagine like a citywide, you know, version of that. Like, you know what I mean? You know, for kids. Rather, you know, they might not be firing paintballs at each other. They might have like. What's those electronic ones that they do?
The laser ones.
Yeah, like the laser, like the laser fest, but out in the open. You know what I mean? And in and around the city. So it's kind of like the game that I was describing earlier that the kids are already playing. Do you know what I mean? But with little laser guns that they can point at each other and take out their little box unit, whatever. Do you know what I mean? I think that would be a good game to keep kids entertained and give them that ability to challenge themselves and each other as well, rather than constantly having to go on.
Yeah, bring back teamwork and bonding.
You're bringing back.
It will bring about teamwork and bonding.
Are you going to show us this film?
Traditional gang.
We will when it's finally done.
I've been saying this, like my brother's quite into the idea of getting people into the into group.
I mean, do you keep reels?
Just to have like group, not group scraps. You know what I mean? But it's about testing, you know, and practicing your physical capabilities. Like, you know what I mean? It's not about fighting. You know what I mean? Really. But it is at the same time. You know, it's about learning.
Competition, not fighting, fieldcraft and things like that.
It's not about deliberately going out of your way to hurt someone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's more about just challenging what your physical capabilities and their physical capabilities, what you can get away with. What you can get away with. You know, I think there would be a big market in the UK for, you know, for a project of that nature, like, you know.
Executives and business people.
What's that?
For executives and business people.